let me just say I'm a little fangirling out right now because when I was growing up, I never saw anyone who looked like me in any of the pageants, And I remember it like it was yesterday when they announced not just the runner-up, but Miss America was a Black woman. We all know it was a shot heard around the world. She is the blueprint, and she's here today, and I be dreaming. And I get the right stuff from her. Let me welcome the one and only Vanessa Williams.
Love that intro. Thank you.
We're going to let this applause rock. You better come on now, Grand Dame. First of all, thank you for joining us today. I remember seeing you because I watch RuPaul's Drag Race. And then he has these breakouts where they had a drag season, the first one, where they were celebrities who got to do drag. And you were on, I was like, and then you won. I was like, that's a way you better go ahead. How did you, and your daughter was on the year before. So did she drag you into this drag race phenomenon?
No. I had, I've known Ru for years. He did an episode of Ugly Betty. I did his radio show when he had one. And then when he started the RuPaul Drag Race series on Logo, I went on as a judge twice. And then I got the call to do the Celebrity Drag Race. And I was like, okay, that'll be fun. But it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun. I did a Dolly Parton invitation.
Yes, you did.
I had to lip sync for my life, doing Sylvester, You Make Me Feel Mighty Real, which was a lot of fun. But it was, it was a great opportunity for me to see both sides, not only as a judge, but appreciate all the hard work that you had to do behind the scenes. So it was fun.
When I think of drag, and for a lot of people it's off-putting, but it has become a phenomenon. And so you have made it not just palatable, but it's become normal. It's become part of the culture. It's become part of the overall culture.
It has for us here in the States, but I'm a judge on Queen of the Universe, which is a global drag show from all over the world. And in and they're singing live. So that's the twist with this. It's not just a drag show. They are singing their behinds off. But what we think is normal and accepted after having so many years of Drag Race and having it kind of our cultural phenomenon, the people and some of the queens, their family don't even know that they're in drag. If they go back to their country, their lives could be at risk. So it really kind of made us realize as judges, what we think is normal is not normal for a lot of the globe. And not only are they being judged, but they're doing something that's scandalous and could be dangerous. So it kind of put us all in check about like what we think is a moneymaker and normal and an opportunity for them to have a career. In other countries, could be a death sentence.
When the first time I saw the Chinese contestant, I was like, I've never seen a Chinese drag from mainland China who grew up in China. I was like, is that safe? That was the first thought that I had when I saw him and then her. And we're talking about Queen of the Universe, of course. Paramount Plus, y'all, come on. You already know. You can watch all of the previous seasons of Drag Race and everything. But Queen of the Universe is Vanessa Williams, is Michelle Visage. It is Leona. It is
Trixie Mattel.
Trixie Mattel, who is a character unto themselves. And they're judging similar to America's Got Talent or any of these other shows. And these women can sing, y'all. That's Sylvester. These women can sing, y'all. They can sing. Yeah. And they're really singing, but I was worried about that. So I'm glad that you brought up, that all over the world, they don't see people living their truths and their lives the same way. So thank you for.
Yeah, it's a real reality check when, what we think is kind of the norm can be dangerous for some of the queens. And the other thing is that the winner gets $250,000, which is life-changing. I mean, that's a lot of money. We were like, what? So
come on, Paramount.
Exactly.
So I already know who's going to win. So can you tell us, can you confirm for me, because I already picked the winners.
Who'd you pick?
Okay. So, Cheyenne from Chicago, Come on, Cheyenne from Chicago. But I don't know if Cheyenne's gonna win because the Australian bearded lady, was it Genzilla?
Genzilla.
When Genzilla opened Genzilla's mouth, I said, wait a minute. First of all, the beard threw me. I'm like, okay. But then the voice is epic. And I saw y'all's reaction. It was like, oh, like you could feel that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you coming in? I know the 7 contestants, you already kind of, y'all had back, you had to pick them, right? And to find out who's going to be the final 7. How difficult is it for you to sit there? Because you can sing, Vanessa Williams. You have a voice to make these critiques, and I could see you being nice. It's like, well, the outfit was nice. I was like, okay, she didn't like the voice too much.
Well, I mean that, and only the first 2 have been shared. So the interesting thing is the audience picks the winner. So, and they also crown 2 people at the very end. So we don't even know who really won, because they didn't want any spoilers from any place. So they actually crowned 2 winners at the very end, and we will not know until that airs at the end of the season. So,
okay.
So in terms of judging, some of the voices are, as you said, extraordinary and completely unexpected. And a lot of the voices, they not only are they singing in the original keys that the original version of, but they are singing better than some of the versions that we grew up and know. So, and some are singing in their different languages and stuff, but you still have to judge them on their presentation, their star power. Can we understand what they're saying? And even if we don't understand what their lyrics are, can we feel what they're trying to portray? So it was really a joy.
Part of the reason why I love Drag Race and this universe that RuPaul has created, now Queen of the Universe, and all the iterations, is because, the cast aside people, the unseen people, the folk that have been bullied and have to navigate other people's opinions for being different. And, Black isn't different globally. We're the global majority, but for some reason, it bothers folk when we show up excellently. I'm going to support anybody that is happy or finding solace in their own skin and then celebrating. I'm going to celebrate it right along with you, because there before the grace of God go I, and if everyone kind of leaned in, because we're all different, we all got fingerprints. Like, why do we have different fingerprints? Because we're different. I just love that you support, the drag community has always supported you, Diana Ross, Cher, Donna Summers, there's these iconic figures, but for you to sit on that panel, I think validates everything on a different level.
I was one of the lucky ones. I mean, my parents were very open, both educators. My mom had a ton of gay friends that I grew up with. So it wasn't strange for me to see, oh, Charlie and Larry are coming over for dinner. They live together. I mean, it wasn't even like gay was something that was a secret or hidden. It's what I grew up with. So it was the norm for me, of course, being in the industry and being a dancer and being surrounded by gay men in the musical theater industry and also fashion. That's what my kids have grown up and seen. And what I love is my 21-year-old sees these drag queens as superstars. Like, oh my God, Mom, Trixie's sitting right next to you. I wish I had her brain. She's so good with the snapbacks. I mean, these are their superstars. So it's amazing to see that drag queens are superstars for this young generation.